Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live hosted by me, Mr. Philly. And this is going to be a little bit of a shorter live because I'm really tired, honestly. I'm feeling the work week hitting me. I have one more day to get through. But I decided to do this. Normally I would do this Fridays, but the thing is, I'm just going to be so tired. I'm not going to be able to make a live tomorrow. So I'm going to be rating today. I'm rating crav'n pizza. That's crav'n with a cravn with an apostrophe n. And I don't know if it's available where it's available, but I think it's only available in the Midwest. And it's a pretty popular, less pricey pizza. I think it's kind of on the same level as Tony's. So I don't really have high hopes for it. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this tonight because I'm also gonna have leftovers tomorrow because I couldn't eat the whole thing. But anyway, so we're gonna try this, and I got the plain cheese because I'm a plain cheese type of guy, and it looks promising, but we'll see. All right, let's go. And we got red pepper flakes on there. Mm, mm. So to be truthful, it really also depends on your stove too. There's sometimes when you cook a pizza, it's undercooked or overcooked or anything, and some parts don't cook right. So, I mean, it might be part of the reason why it's not tasting good is because it just wasn't left in the oven as long as it should have been. I feel like some parts were undercooked, but the crust came out okay, but I just don't think it cooked the cheese as much. But altogether, it's really not that great. Mm, supposed to be 100% mozzarella, but I don't think that's true. With any pizza. Hello, how are you? Most frozen pizzas you buy. I mean, the sauce has a really funky flavor. I mean, it kind of tastes similar to Elio's pizza, but not in a good way, in a bad way. So yeah, this is really cheap box pizza, honestly. I guess there's a reason why it's cheap. Um, it's not bad. Mm, not as bad as what I'm going to give you when I rate Tony's pizza, frozen pizza, and but it's not. It's really not that great. Mm. I think altogether, I would give it a solid 4.5. I mean, some parts weren't cooked really well. Did have a little good crisp on the crunch in the crust, but this is a thin crust in general. I really couldn't taste the cheese that well. It was really bland, and the tomato sauce was really bland. And that does happen a lot with frozen pizzas because it gets freezer burn or whatever. But I just tasted kind of a freezer burn flavor, so it really wasn't good. So anyway, hello, how are you? I don't know. I mean, there's another pizza that I really would love to rate for you guys. I grew up eating Elio's pizza. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that, but that's the ultimate favorite pizza. I mean, I think that's my ultimate favorite frozen pizza. It tastes like frozen pizza, but it was good. It's good for its thing, good for what it is, basically. that kind of a thing. And that's the pizza that I grew up with. But I don't think they sell it where I'm at right now. At crav'n, I think, is one of those places that they don't really sell. It's supposed to be nationwide, but I mean, like I couldn't find any other place, besides the few states that are around me that would sell it. So I think it's more of a Midwestern frozen pizza. Mm, mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the cheese and the tomato sauce had a funky flavor to it. It was just too freezer burnt. Yeah, 4.5. 4.5 being below average. So yeah, I guess this is another version of cheap pizza. It might be a step above Tony's, but I haven't done a rating fully on Tony's. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. Uh, so anyway, Raven pizza. I don't know if you ever had it, but I don't think it was that great, honestly. It's kind of a really cheap kind of flavored. It's like Tony's pizza. Not good at all. I mean, not that bad, but not really good. Oh, you like my Batman tattoo? Good. Fun stuff. I'm not gonna stick around for very long. I'm just getting really tired. I rate pizza, frozen pizza on Friday. This is a new concept that I introduced. But I'm just really tired tonight. And I know I'm gonna be really, really tired tomorrow. Oh, I love pizza too, but like Um, so I'm just not gonna do it tomorrow, and I have leftovers because I couldn't eat the whole thing. I'm just really tired. Hmm. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but I just couldn't say no to my pizza. Like I said, Elio's pizza. I mean, like that's what I grew up with, and I don't know. I think it just had a distinct flavor. It tasted like frozen pizza, but it tasted like a really, really good frozen pizza. I don't know what it is, but like I said, I don't think I could find that around here. I really need to find out where that is. No, deep, I don't know what you're talking about. Nate Jones, how Johnson, how are you? Why do you got something bad you want to tell me? My police officer, why do you got something bad you want to tell me? Cheers, everybody. Oops. Hmm. I wasn't gonna do a pigging out tonight, but I usually wait till Friday, but anyway. I don't know what the heck that has to do with what we're talking about right now, but yeah. Hmm. So far we've done DiGiorno, we've done Freschetta, and we've done crav'n. I wasn't even going to do crav'n, but I was like, apparently, from the research that I did, it looks really, it does look nationwide, but I don't think it really is. Honestly, I think it's more Midwestern. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And like I said, Elio's Pizza was the frozen pizza that I grew up with, and like I said, I really don't believe that I could get it anywhere, but I haven't really seen it. I haven't really looked. I'm gonna have to look that up because I would love to rate Elio's Pizza with you guys. Thank you. Mm. Oh, I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Huda. If I'm saying your name correctly. So, yeah, I'm not gonna stick around too long. I'm just too tired. But anyway, I knew I'm gonna be. I knew that I would be more tired tomorrow night than tonight. So that's why I did what I did. Oh, not too much. Just raining some pizza and having a beer. Just seeing who's on. People like you and everybody else. Well, I appreciate it. Huda, what do you do? Do you host or you just watch stuff? I'm not gonna stick around too much longer though. I'm really tired. Mm, I have no idea what your favorite song is. Night 99 Silence. Hello. TD, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know if you post anymore or what. Have you just been kind of keeping to yourself? That's okay. That's understandable. Mm. Hello, Bishan. How are you? Do I look that young to drink? I like that. That's a new one. Everybody likes my blue eyes. But if you actually look closer, when you age, when you as you look closer, they are actually more gray. They used to be really, really sky blue. They used to be really they used to really resonate, and now they're actually, I mean, they still resonate, with, in bright and with other people, and a lot of people when they compliment me on my eyes, but like they used to be sky blue, and then when you look closer, you could see hint of green. Now you can see gray. I believe when you age, your eyes age too. Actually, if you look closer, they're gray blue. Now I've aged, and so have my eyes. Hey, Dream the Ream, you're just in time. We were rating But, crav'n Pizza, and I gave it a 4.5 rating. It really wasn't good. 4.4 being below average, 5 is average, so and so forth and so on. But yeah, it really wasn't that great. I was really disappointed. It was a little better than some other frozen pizzas. I don't know if they have that in Dubai in your country, but like frozen pizza, I just introduced this concept because I do see I came across quite a few YouTube channels that were people. What kind of pizza are you eating? So they do make that in your country. Cool. Interesting. Well, like, I was gonna do this tomorrow. This is a concept that I would try to introduce Friday, but I know I'm gonna be really tired tomorrow because I have so much going on tomorrow. But yeah, frozen pizza. I mean, there's some good frozen pizzas, and trying to find the best frozen pizza. Cheese. That's what I do. I'm like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Did anybody order me a plain cheese? Tomato sauce or the marinara flavor and the cheese flavor. I don't like too much meat on mine. I don't like too much many toppings. Plain cheese is for me is always gonna win. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, this frozen pizza that I had really wasn't that great, but it was a little better than some other, dollar store pizzas that you buy, but like it really was nothing special. So anyway, I mean, I'm never usually this harsh, but I need to start being more harsh on my ratings. And like DiGiorno is the most popular frozen pizza, but I really don't even think it's that great at all, honestly. I think, like I said, I gave it a 5 in average. But only the ones that I like. So yeah, but I really, really gonna, try to, make it a homework to find the one frozen pizza that I grew up with, Elio's Pizza. So yeah, but it's just really hard to find around here. But then again, I've never looked, so we'll see. Well, I hope you enjoy your cheese pizza. You didn't invite me though. Next time you have a pizza party, you need to invite me though. I'm kidding. Anyway. um, Really? What part of America, if I may ask? The heck are you gonna do in America? Dallas, Texas. Wow. What are you doing here? Visiting family or what? You're the second person to say my mustache looks fake. The only reason why I have is because my work won't let me grow a full facial hair. You have to wear a beard net, so it just pisses me off. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on, with the mustache. I might shave it here in a month or what, but I'm just seeing how long I can keep this trend going. Yeah, I like to change up my look a little bit because I went to some place that I regularly go to at a grocery store, and this regular really, you're moving no, wait, you're moving to Dallas, Texas? Is that for sure for real? Wow. Really? Wow. Wow. I'm surprised you're coming to America. I'd rather live in Dubai than honestly, with the now, Honestly, I really wouldn't mind living to in another country. In the last election, I considered moving to another country myself. So, hey, oh, that's cool. That's totally cool. You do you. I hope it does really well for you and everything. That's cool. But I hope it works out really well. And it's a good move. But heck, I'd rather live in another country than there. Any other country that's cheaper to live in. Cheap? What news have you been watching? Cheap. Oh, okay, okay. Right on. What were you there for? Just thought it would be a good move or had a job there or whatnot. So you're moving with your kids and everything too, also? Right on. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's great. I'm in Missouri, so yeah, cool. I guess we'll kind of be more like neighbors now. Always nice to know somebody not too far away from me nowadays in my lives. I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Well, nice to talk to you, and congratulations on your move back to America. I hope it works really well. Well, happy birthday, Marissa. Hello. Bye, Dream. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great night. Mm, you're welcome. Mm. Hello. Excuse me. Oh, thank you very much, The Fallen. Mm. Oh, suddenly got so tired. Anyway. Well, thank you very much, Thompson. I appreciate it. I do too. That was given for my birthday. Fidgety force of habit, I guess. Yes. Correct. How you doing, Steve? You already asked me that question. I really don't know how to answer it because I don't really understand it, honestly. I really don't understand the question, the concept of the question. I mean, really, the best I can answer is like I learned from a Bible. I was told stories from it and about my faith. I was raised in one faith, and and I was told stories about it ever since I started. Was able to talk and learn things, and I have a favorite story in the Bible, and I have stories that I like more than others. But yeah, and I have favorite Bible verses. But yeah. Um, favorite story of God? I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Mm. That question 20 times because I just deleted somebody who did the same thing. Nice to meet you, Jared. Hello. Mm. Christian is my name and Catholic is my surname. I'm Catholic. I mentioned that many times before, but yeah, I mean, I don't mind explaining it to somebody else who just joined. You're always gonna have new people, and it's more regular that you see new people. I haven't really gained a cult following of people that regularly subscribe to my channel. Few, but yeah, most people who come on my live are usually new every time. Most, but then you have a few handful of people that come on that are regular peoples. But yeah, say like 90% of them are new. So yeah, I guess this goes with a lot of YouTubers also. Hmm. So anyway. Well, Steve, the other thing is honestly, it depends on what religion you're talking about because there's so many religions, that have what they call God or gods. So, I mean, like, it really depends on what you're talking about. I mean, I've explored other Christian faiths, but I haven't explored really that much of other faiths or religions in general. So, I from other religions, to talk about their origins and their belief in their God or gods. So, I mean, yeah, like I can't really, answer that question because I haven't really I'm not a religious philosopher. I know my faith and I know other Christian faiths. So yeah. Oh dear. I answered that question the other night, honestly. Well, there you go. Mhm. Sorry, you guys are getting timed out, but it's not me. It's my subscriber. It's my moderators that are doing it. So yeah. I mean, I answered that question I had this discussion the other night. I mean, somebody actually told me, one time I was talking to a woman that I was going to potentially ask out and everything, and then she told me is like, I told her she witnessed me smoking and drinking, and then she said, I don't really talk to or associate with people who smoke or drink or whatever. I was like, I really find it really bad and everything, which is fine. But I said to her, I was like, well, you're mad at the wrong person. Actually, the person you should be mad at is Uncle Sam because he legally allows it to be sold in the world, in the United States and quite a few other countries. So yeah. I mean, and like I said, I'm not going to treat somebody differently who smokes or vapes. or smokes cigarettes or drinks alcohol. Now, I mean, if somebody's a raging alcoholic and they're violent, that might be a different story. But even when they're sober, they might be a totally different person. And that's usually the case for a lot of people. No, I mean, I'm not going to treat somebody who smokes or drinks, like somebody who does crack cocaine, because crack cocaine can ruin your night, and that can ruin your life overnight. That's not just bad for you for your health. That's just bad for you in general. That can ruin your life overnight. I mean, like I just feel like it's weird that people who view smoking and drinking as other people who like do crack or cocaine. That's a totally different ball game right there. I had a horrible day too. I wish it was over. A lot of trolls tonight, apparently. This could have been a better live, but anyway. I heard that. Yes, that is true. I think it was legal longer after that. Cocaine used to be in Coca Cola, and that was back in the 1920s, I thought. Yeah. I didn't ban nobody. My channel did. My moderators do. I didn't ban anybody. My moderators do. I didn't ban anybody. But, I mean, also, like, because, it really doesn't matter, why somebody bans somebody. You can ask me all you want, but, this is my channel, though, also. If I want to ban somebody, I can do it. Is that true, huh? Well, you're a history. Well, you know a little bit about history. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. There was somebody, speaking of which, there was somebody who subscribed. At the end of the day, I don't really care. I do, it's about support. But, if somebody has a channel, they have content that I find very, very disagreeable, I might consider banning them too, or, putting them in timeout or not wanting them to subscribe to my channel. So, if that makes sense, it's all about preference. I'm not in the army. I wasn't gonna stay on for a while. I'm 37. I'm gonna be 37 here really soon. Close, but not quite. Close, but no cigar. Yeah, sure. I just make people who I don't know mods. Man, I wasn't born yesterday, and I haven't been on. I've been on YouTube for a little while, so yeah. Uh, Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. At first, I thought you were a little bit of a troll, but you actually seem like an all right. You seem like a straight shooter so far, so I appreciate it. That's another thing that I watch out for too. I don't mind debating religion or talking about or discussing religion with people, but like when I'm in the middle of cooking something like a really big recipe, and then somebody says quotes Bible quotes 30 or 40 times, obviously that means they're looking for attention, and that kind of annoys me. That's kind of rude. Obviously, it's really irrelevant to what I'm doing at the time. If we're not talking about religion or on that discussion of an open discussion, then obviously you're looking for attention. Then, if you want to be a Bible thumper, start your own stupid channel and be a Bible thumper there. Don't do it on somebody. Don't flood your, irrelevant comments on somebody else's channel when they're doing something that is irrelevant to what you're talking about. If that makes sense. That kind of irritates me. And yeah, I block people for that, or I've timed people out for that reason also. Thompson, how are hi, how are you? Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. My eyes are heavy. I'm about to get off here in a minute or two. I should have got off a little bit ago. But anyway, a lot of trolls tonight. This could have been a good live, but yeah, there was some good people on, but now it just started flooding with trolls. Well, I mean, not exactly sure what you mean, but my mom and dad did a genealogy test. You spit in a cup and you send it in, and then they come back to you and tell you exactly what your heritage is, exactly what your nationality is. And my father's 70% Irish, and my mom's 5% Irish, so there's Irish on both sides. And then my mom's 30 or 40% Italian, a little German, and German is on both sides, 20% on both sides. And then I think there's the two primary things, and a little bit of everything else. But yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. So primarily I'm Italian, no, Irish, German, and Italian. Those are my primary things. But yeah, I feel like Irish. I feel like I'm well over 50% Irish though. My dad does have 1% Nigerian in him actually, so that's not a lie. Mm. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to cut you guys loose, honestly. Fun. A lot of trolls tonight. I appreciate you guys watching and subscribing, and I appreciate all the subs and I appreciate all the support. So, but I'm gonna call tonight. So, wow, that's so cool. All right, well, I'm gonna cut you guys loose and call tonight. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining and thank you for subscribing. Crav'n Pizza 4.5, not that great, but better than some. I'm gonna be more harsh on my frozen pizza reviews here soon. So anyway. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a great night. And as always, happy cooking. We'll see you this weekend. Bye.